Alright YouTube, welcome to another video. I hope you're all well. So it's starting to get a bit cooler now. It's kind of just going into October, so I need to get on and get the windscreen demister sorted. So I shall try and put a link in the description if I remember. I think it's like a kind of boat air pump thing. I've given it a quick test and it seems quite powerful. So I've got that, and I've got some ducting to try and draw some air from the new polycarbonate passenger window and aim it at the windscreen. So yeah, that's my job for today. I just need to get an inline fuse, I reckon, connected to it, and then I can use the little switches I've got on my custom center dash thing. As you can see, the R53 hasn't turned into a Mini Countryman or whatever they're called. It's actually on some, bought myself some equipment for garages, what are they called? Quick lifts. So it was funny yesterday, let me flip around. I had a cardboard box on top of the car when I first used them and almost sent that through the plasterboard. Luckily I realised in time, because that was starting to get squashed at the top. So yeah, as you can see, I've got the car covered up. I took the original spoiler off. I've ordered like just like a universal rear wing, just to make it look a bit more race car. Probably won't do anything, but yeah, when I took the OEM one off, it took a load of paint off with it. So I'm just going to spray that black. It's a bit scuffed and stuff, but yeah, race car doesn't really matter, just as long as it looks black. So yeah, let's crack on, shall we? So this is the pipe that I've got. It's a nice, nice rose gold finish, which I didn't realise I was getting, but very bling. So yeah, that is the same size, obviously, as this. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's pretty much everything I'm going to need, hopefully. As you can see, it's pretty cramped in here, so I'm having to improvise a bit. So as you can see, actually I've got a nice big package from LA Mini, which I'm very excited about. It's a bit of winter work to do. Really impressed with those guys. I rang them, made an order, and 2 days later I had the box full of goodies. So yeah, really impressed, definitely recommend them. So what have I got here? Rather handily, it tells you what fuse you need, and I'm glad I still had one of these, so I can put an inline fuse, a little 5 amp fuse there, bit of cable, some tools, sort of crimp, various connectors, and sort of like shrink wrap sleeve things. I probably need some Jubilee clips as well to go over where the pipes connect to there. I dare say I need a few cable ties along the way, but there we are, hopefully that's it. So I thought I'd be Mr. Smarty Pants and make a nice little high-tech template for the whole locations, but unfortunately the surface I'm mounting it to isn't flat, so I should give me a rough idea anyway. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going to use that existing hole there, and I'll have to drill another one up here, because I'm thinking this can go basically down there. Hopefully that's there or thereabouts. It's going to be a bit of a lottery, because on the back you've got all this stuff. Before I forget, I actually ended up nicking the rear view mirror, the aftermarket one, out of the FN2. I thought we'd probably put to better use in here. Be a bit easier, you can kind of see out the side of the car as well. A nice wide view. As you can see by the cable ties, it didn't go to plan. So this, on the back of this, these slide up and down, these two, but typically they didn't go far enough down to go over the existing Mini mirror. So I ended up taking the actual glass or the mirror out of the mirror and then it gave me a bit more compression in it, and it just managed to squeeze over the end. But then as I was fiddling around with that, it came off here and then it wouldn't go back on flush, and it was a bit shaky, so hence the cable ties. Looks right now, but yeah, I think it should be quite a good addition to in here. So just for a change, it's not actually going to plan. I can't get the top hole where I want it because of all that like kind of bridged, I don't know, honeycomb type thing on the back. So I've got the hole, so what I'm going to try and do is use some cable ties to hold it in. So yeah, I've got 2 holes. I'm thinking, yeah, just loop a cable tie through the hole and then join the 2 cable ties together.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Hopefully that will keep it steady enough, but I'm thinking before I get it in place, I probably need to get the hoses on it because it's going to be a pain in the ass once it's in place. So I just got to try and measure how much hose I need to head up to the windscreen, and enough to go down maybe behind there, maybe out down there somewhere, possibly up the roll cage, and then I don't know, probably better to do too much than too little. Okay, time for an update. I'm really uncomfortable sitting on the edge of these bucket seats, but yeah, that's beside the point. What have I done? Good question. So that's pretty solidly in place with the use of some cable ties. So a cable tie that came through there, another one that came through there, and then I joined them together. Well, it's just a bit of a faff, but there we are, that's life. And I've just put another one here because it was kind of slightly at an angle like that, so I wanted to straighten it. So yeah, just put a little cable tie just to pull that side in a bit. Right, so I've cut a section there, not sure how long that is, maybe 40 centimeters, 50 centimeters. So that will be some kind of thing like that. And then the rest of it then I've attached on the other side. Gone down here, there's an electrical harness just in the gap there. And the plan, if I can move out the way, something like, I've moved too far away. So yeah, it'll go up the roll cage and something like that. See if that works. I did, when I was under the car, I noticed I'd see some light coming through from there, and I thought, oh, can I put an air feed for the windscreen from there? But probably not a good idea if you've got an exhaust leak or something, or do you reckon it's a good idea? Anyway, I'm committed to this now, so yeah, let's carry on. So the pipe's mostly up. Kind of making it up as I go along just for a change. Yeah, don't judge me for the amount of use of cable ties, but I couldn't find anything else. So my garage is just a mess, and I just, yeah, maybe I'll revisit and make some nice brackets up, but or maybe this will do just fine. Yeah, let's have a little look, shall we? So with all the cable ties, this is highly adjustable. So I drilled a little hole there, put a little cable tie, and then use that to connect this big cable tie to, which pulls it that way. And I've used an existing hole over there, put a series of cable ties to put it that way, so then you can just fine tune it then so it's right where you want it. The other side, I've come out down there, just above the fuses, and then I've actually used some Velcro instead of some cable ties. So I've Velcroed it there. Nice little orange cable tie there, which has got the Velcro. It's holding the Velcro up to the roll cage. Might stop and do the wiring actually. Right, there's my fuse wire done. That's going from my power supply, which is just here. That's going down to one of the terminals on one of these switches. Probably this one. I've been busy working away and haven't filmed anything for ages. So what have I done? So that's good to go. I think I've shown that already. Ignore me. So I've put a little, I don't know what it's called, connector, so let's call it a connector. That's on the positive one. That's got to go to the switch. The other end of the switch will go to the power via that fuse. And the negative, so my battery negative goes to the roll cage. But I don't want to have wires going across the roll cage, so I'm hoping this is a good enough contact here. So I put a nice chunky negative cable in there and just gone to a block, so I've got a few more for some other things in the future. So yeah, let's plug everything in and see if it works. So I connected it all up and it didn't work, so I've just been doing a bit of fault finding.
Let's go, guys, get the fuck out of here.
I wired directly to the battery, or the positive anyway. The earth, or negative, is fine. Where I just showed you, I thought these were like, gave you a load of positive power supplies, but they obviously don't. So I need to have a closer look at that. Right, take two. So I've wired it in there. Can we focus on that? So where this other stuff is connected, I don't know why. I presume these would be like power outputs, but obviously not. Don't know what they're for. Anyway, so I've turned the power on, and then it's louder than I remember it being, but I don't suppose I hear it when the car's running, but it's pretty powerful. Yeah, I can feel it pretty strong right up there, so hopefully the last bit is to try and get that so it stays in place over there. It'd help if I point the camera the right way. Alright, so I bought myself a little A5 piece of polycarbonate. I had to trim about, say, 2-3 millimeters off this edge, just so it fits nicely where the little slider is. This isn't my finest work. I tried to cut like not like a round hole. Imagine if you squash the sides of it, so it's kind of egg shape, I guess. Because I didn't want the pipe being able to slide out easily. So see if we can see from the other side. And then I've cut a little channel at the bottom of the silicone hose there, and one at the top as well, just so it holds onto it. And I tried to tidy it up with some red tape and orange tape and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it will do the job. So obviously that will connect to the flexi hose I've got in the car, and then when it's a sort of the kind of day that you're going to need it, you just switch this into the slider, and away you go. So yeah, I'll go and chuck it in now so we can see it all attached. Right, there we are. So yeah, if you want to use this, you just literally take a couple of bolts out of there, switch the this section in, put your bolts back in, Bob's your uncle. I haven't put a Jubilee clip on it yet. I shall be putting one of them on there, and then you can still open it and get a tiny bit of air, I guess. So yeah, that looks alright, I think. It's not imposing on the mirror, the view to the mirror. I suppose the only change that might come in the future is whether that spread, sort of demists enough width on the windscreen. Whether I need to get something that sort of compresses it and spreads it out wider. Anyway, we shall see. We'll give it a go at some point. But yeah, quite pleased with that. Don't look too bad. So another one in the bag. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.